Yay, we are live. Hi, Cynthia. We got Sue and Louise and Pat and Joan. I guess a few more will start coming in. Okay. Let's go ahead and play the intro and get started, guys. And I want to say thank you to EJ's Fun Prints, guys. She has an Instagram and an Etsy shop, so you guys go and visit her. And we had some changes coming out in Design Space. Who has not yet had their desktop app upgraded to 5.7.20? They changed a couple of little things like the search. We'll go over and we'll look at those together. I hope everybody can hear. I haven't heard anybody say they can't hear me. Hi, Andrea. Yay! Welcome, Tammy. Welcome, welcome. Hi there, Linda. Sharon. Okay. Thank you, guys. I just wanted to double check and make sure that everybody could hear because Mac had an update today and I was told to go do a test and I was starting to panic. Because you never know. But OBS didn't get affected, so good. Good, good, good. Um, if you have not, if you're using a desktop app and you haven't been upgraded yet, it's coming. Don't panic, you'll get it. It's rolling out. Um, but a couple of things have been changed on there. When you go to projects, it basically looks like this, and you see all categories. It defaults to all categories. If you want your projects, you're going to have to go up here to my projects. A lot of people in the groups are saying all my projects are gone, and they're not gone, guys. They have changed the layout just slightly. It's nothing major, and you'll get used to it. So if you want your projects, you're going to have to go up to my projects and you're going to have to change that category. We're still not able to search our projects yet, so I don't know if they're still working on that or what. The difference in join levels, Tammy, is that, are you talking about on YouTube membership or on access? On our YouTube channel, the 99 cent is going to get you the emoticons that Jamie or somebody can post those in there. You'll get access to the emoticons, and change your screen resolution, Tammy. You maybe have it too high. I will check my video resolution as well. Um, Let me go in and double check that. Yeah, I can't change mine, but I am in 1920 1080. I will check and see if that can be changed. I will see if I can fix mine. Those are the emoticons. So if you do the 99-cent level, you're going to get the emoticons, and you see the little cricket guy next to Jamie and I think Paula up there. Your name will change to green, and Andrea, you get those little you get the little emoticons, and you get the little guy next to your name. If you're a Patreon or Ko-fi supporter, that's probably all you need because you already have access to the files. If you do the Cutie Collector, then you get everything that there you see there, plus you get access to all my files, and you don't have to go through Ko-fi or Patreon to do it. And if you do the $9.99 level, you were a little bit late, so you may not have seen. I gave a shout out to EJ Prince and her Etsy shop, Instagram. She gets 4 advertisements per month minimum, whatever time allows. And right now she's the only one on that level, so she gets those extra shout outs. So that's the difference in the level. Okay? So back to Design Space. When you're over on Design Space, if you, let me just get back over to home. When you log in now with the new one, you see, well, on this level, if you hit home, you do get the old look. But it may come in and it may just show the new thing. Guys, just come up to the banner. I may have to close out and do it again. Let's see. Let me just open a new window. And we'll close this one. There we go. Oops. Let me move that out of the way. You guys don't need to see all the photos that I've posted over the last 10 years. So when you log in to it, now I've got this My Projects view. I don't know if it's the same. Oh, I got you, Jamie. As you saw when I first came in, it just didn't show any of my projects. If it does that, use that drop down. Oh, I know where it was. It was from within. So when you come in, it looks normal. But if you come to My Projects here, you see all the projects. And if you want your projects, you have to come up here. And then you have all the categories. Explore Air 2. You can see that it's not saying that there are no results found for the Explorer 2. They have fixed that, guys. So if you were getting them before and you're wondering why, because it's been mentioned in the group, they're not getting them now. They don't think that's fair. That is exclusive content for those machines. Myself, I have the Martha Stewart machine, so I have exclusive content that I got for buying that particular machine. So it's not right for everybody to get that content that I paid for with my machine. If you change your family, you can see now that those projects are there because I have the Explorer Air 2. Okay. If I try to change to Cricut Joy, it's going to say no results found. Want to know why? My Joy is not plugged in, it's not turned on, so it's not reading it. So we were able to cut there for about a week or so with our makers, and I showed it even in the video where we could go from our maker machine to another machine, and we could look at those projects and use those projects. You can't do that anymore. If I come up here to Joy, now if I go to the Joy and I select that, I can, but it's not going to let me do these on my maker like it did before. Before we could click customize, and then we could change our machine to maker. And then hit make it. Guys, it's still working for me, and I'm on 5.7, so I don't know. Some people are not able to. I'm able to. And it may be because I have a Joy registered on there. So that might be why. But if you don't have a Joy and you're trying it, that could be why. What do you think, Jamie? Maybe that's the issue? If you have a Cricut Joy, then you can then you can pull up the projects and you can go over to them. If you don't, then you probably aren't going to see them. So that's one of the changes. And then images. Used to, when we clicked on images, all the images popped up. You see them popping up below down there. We have a different search on there. Now you can browse all images and get the same thing. The Joy cards you can no longer. Okay, thank you, Jamie, for clarifying that. So just in case you guys can't get them, it's because you don't have the machine. Or you can't. They just don't allow them at all. I'll keep fiddling with mine and see if there's a workaround. I doubt it because they fixed it. So. But you can go in here to your featured, before featured. These are images. Right here you can select access. Now we can do it by type, by art, by score, print, draw, cut only, simple images, moderate, complex images, by layer, by ownership, and even by brand. So if you're looking for Disney, you can select Disney and pull that up. I don't have any in there. That's in the featured. Free this week is easier to see. Now you can go in there and get free this week. There's no free Disney this week. You can go to cut only. But the search got a little bit easier. So you guys who have upgraded already, you should already be seeing this. If you have not been upgraded to 5.7.20 on the desktop app, it is coming. And you just click back up on the green. You saw me there. If you're on something, your category, you can click the category and come right back here. So if you want to search animals and wildlife, you can. Or you can just search out a bunny. Just from that one page and bring up the bunnies. So is everybody understanding? Anybody have any questions on that? Cartridges have been renamed to image sets. Thank you, Jamie. I almost forgot that. So let's see. I haven't played in here much, guys. I just got mine today, and I've had other things going on. Right here. Let's see. Occasions, themes. Phrases, sentiments, people, places, shapes. I'm just going to go to flower. Right here, instead of saying cartridges, it says view image sets. So there you go. Is there a particular place we're going now, guys, for image sets rather than... Because I know we used to have when we looked at images, we used to have cartridges, but I guess they took that out. Under the highlighted categories. Ah, there we go. I'm so used to seeing cartridges, I guess that's what I was looking for. So there you go. Right here. Like I said, I've been in here about 4 times, but I've been in all day working on stuff. Yeah, we got used to searching one way, and you can see that I'm kind of fumbling with it too. I just got mine today, so you're just going to have to search for it till you get used to it. We are learning it. We'll answer you. If we don't know where it's at right off bat, we'll look it up. We'll get you there. We'll take screenshots to show you guys. So don't panic when you see this. It's all still there. Everything is still there. Nobody's lost anything. Okay? So right now we're going to go over to my projects. And we are making the triangle pop-up base. We were going to make another card, guys. and I messed up my file and I didn't have time to fix it. So at 4:30 I put together a new file and I cut 2 of them and did it with test cutting and putting together all at the same time. So I have fixed the file as I put my other one together. Can everybody see that clear? I want to make sure that you guys can see. I can zoom that out if y'all need me to zoom it out. But we're going to be playing and making this card. And it has a belly band. I didn't have time to put a decoration on the front, guys. You can use this for several occasions. I just kind of made it floral, a little Easter. I just threw in anything I could grab real quick just to be able to use it. So some of it's from my other file and some of it's new cut. So you've got a little belly band. You're just going to slide that off. And you're going to open up the card. This is where your writing and your sentiment goes. You can stamp whatever you want. And then this folds over and this pops up. And it is magnetized so that it will stay that way and give you that triangular look. Well, I say it will. I had to use a different kind of magnet, guys, and I'm going to cover that when we do it. I couldn't find my little disc magnets. And what I used is magnetized, but not as well. But you get the general idea, and I'm going to tell you how to do yours so that yours will stay in position. The magnets that I had to use was the magnetic tape, and my cardstock was too thick for the magnetic tape. But I couldn't find my disc magnets. Disc magnets always work better, but we're gonna make do with what I could grab really quick. So I used some of the Anna Griffin papers on this that came in that mystery box that we got. What was it? 2 mystery boxes ago. So tons of fun. And I forgot my pop-up dot, you can see there. But again, this was my mock-up, and I cut the file for you guys all at the same time. So I had, if it was wrong, it was wrong, and I had to fix the file for you guys. So it's a really cute card. No envelope needed. Everything is self-contained. You're just going to press it down, fold the top over, and then you're going to fold it like a book fold, and then slip the belly band right back over. The top is the easiest way because these are your open edges. And then it's done. Great for Mother's Day, birthdays, you name it. Lots of stuff. And in the file, you're going to find everything that you need. I got an extra cord here in my way. For your base and everything. So you're going to fold it on the scores. And I know that it's probably washed out a little bit for you guys because it is a white base. But it is scored. You're just going to fold it in half and score it. Then you're going to fold it in half the other way. And you're going to use your bone folder. And then you have these 2 corners are going to fold back. This file is a supporter-only file. Thank you to all my Ko-fi supporters, Patreon supporters, and of course my moderators. Greatly appreciate you guys. I'm going to fold those 2 back. So that's what you're going to be left with. Okay? Fold it in half, fold it in half, fold the corners back. You can recreate this, but again, if you're a supporter, you have access to this file. If you don't want to create it or you're not used to creating cards, you can get this file before 11:59 p.m. tonight. If you do one-time support on Ko-fi, if you're a monthly on Ko-fi or Patreon, you already got it. And it is on the website. So, now that you've got that done, you're going to get your pieces. You're going to start with your triangular pieces. I got another one in there somewhere. There he is. And it's up to you. If you're using double-sided paper like this is, however you want to do that on these. All 4 of these should be the same size. And you're just going to glue those down. If you want to use your tearing tapes and things like that instead, of course you can do that. I did not do 1/4 inch like I normally do borders around these, so it's going to be kind of close. But I thought it made a prettier card for the smaller cards. When you go bigger, sometimes you need more of an edge, but I didn't think this card needed that much. And this is double-sided, so I did mine 2 different ways on this. Guys, I really wanted to use pink here, and I grabbed up the wrong paper, and it was cutting the paper before I could catch it, so I just went with it. But this would be really pretty with some pink back there. And then I'm going to flip these 2 over just to kind of break it up a little bit. And they're going to go right there on that area. Make sure you guys can see. And then the other one. And if you don't have to flip these over. You can do these any way you want, any colors you want. Good for birthdays, Easter, Mother's Day, you name it. This card will work for tons of stuff. Any theme. I think I got that off a little bit, but there we go. Then you've got one of these go on the front. One is smaller than the other. See, I did those backwards, but I cut that out of the wrong paper too. That's for my front. I'm going to set that off to the side. This is for inside. So I'm going to take my base square, place it over here. I had glue all over everything. I tried to clean my mat off and all I did was make a bigger mess. I'm trying to keep this on camera for you guys. I think I might need to zoom out just a little bit so I can stay on camera while we make this. Oops, wrong one. That a little bit better, guys? Yeah, it really is pretty paper. I like the Anna Griffin papers. Well, I got lucky there. That's just perfectly lining up from where it cut. I did not plan that. That was not a planned thing, but it worked out. And you know what? I just messed up. Don't do as I say, do as I say. Don't put this one down yet. There's a reason. Don't put that one down yet. This one gets this piece. I knew better than that. So when you're here, what you want to do on this step is whatever, if you're using a double-sided paper, you're going to want to flip this paper over, okay? And this is where you're going to put your magnets or your magnet tape, whatever you have. I'm using tape. My cardstock is a little bit thick for it, so I'm using extra big pieces so that I have some sticking power. And I'm just going to stick that on, just like that, okay? And then I want that to be, actually it was supposed to go on there. I did this when I made it too. It goes here. Oops. And that's because of the tape is not like a, you know how your magnets are polarized and they go against each other and they resist? This tape the top sticks to the top, if that makes any sense. Like this. That's the only way this tape will stick. So what you're going to do is put your magnet on here where you want it. Probably right about here, one of the small disc card making magnets. And I will get you a link and put that in below. We've used them before. I just couldn't find mine. You're going to place that magnet right about here in this corner. About, I don't know, an inch in. Right here. That's where you're going to place that. Then you're going to put this piece over the top. And this is your sentiment, whatever your sentiment where you're going to be writing on your card. That's where this is going to go. Right here. Right over the top of it. So if you're using tape, you want to put the tape on the green and not on your paper, because if you put it on the white paper, it's going to be upside down if you're using the tape. Okay? Then you're going to, if you're using the disc magnets, you're going to put your magnet on there and let it stick to your magnet under the paper. That's what you want it to do. Then you're going to put your glue dot there on it. No. Yeah, you want it to stick. Put your glue dot on it and then pull it apart. And then you're going to place your magnet on this piece. So you can take your magnet and put your glue dot on it and pull it off, or leave your glue dot on it and line up your decorative piece right here and stick your magnet to it. But it needs to be on the back side of your paper to come in here. Okay? So this one I need to put on my decorative paper with the tape, because I need the top of the tape to end up here through the other paper. I hope that that's not confusing y'all, because the tape is easier to use in my opinion, but it doesn't have as much sticking power. And if you're not using 110 base like I did, you won't, the tape will work perfectly fine. You won't need. So now the top of my tape is face down there and face up here. And that's the way you want your magnets to be. And that way it will stick with staying power. Like I said, my cardstocks too. It will give that just enough magnet to keep it together. Again, don't use 80 pound, not 110. I had already cut mine before I realized it was too thick for the tape. So that's going to cause it to stay together. So don't pay attention to mine. Just make sure you do yours the right way. Then we're going to take these triangles and they're going to go on top of those panels. These are our decorative panels. There it is. And you can do all four of these the same also, guys. If you want. I did choose to do mine different, so I cut a different pattern paper for mine here. It's a really quick, easy card too. And I am using art glitter glue. I like it because it doesn't warp and bubble up my paper, and it dries fast, matte and clear. So now we have all of those pieces on there, and we have one more piece here as a decorative panel. Right there. So when we close our card, you're going to fold the top down and then you're going to fold it like a book. This is where these panels go. And I'm just going to do this off-white on the front of this one. To the back. It's the way I did the other one. It gives it a little bit of a border. It doesn't stand out much. Like I said, it was supposed to be cut from the green, and I goofed. but I did fix the file after that. I didn't set it to the right mat. And then you're going to glue that panel on the top. Do not do your belly band yet. Okay, you need to get everything on the inside of your card before you do your belly band, and you'll see why here in a minute. So you're going to have one piece that looks like a figure 8. It has a score in the middle and then on half of one of the circles, and that's the way you want to fold that. Okay. You guys see that? Yeah, need some card magnets. They work better in my opinion, but again, the tape, this tape is like $4 at, I think, Hobby Lobby, and it works great on 80-pound and 65-pound cardstock. Anything over 80 and it gets touchy. It's touch and go after that. And then I did a Happy Easter sentiment on this. You guys can change that and put that on any sentiment that you want. And then I'm just going to stick it on its little base. And your base is already set to its right size. This one is not, because it was a afterthought. So I'm doing mine by hand. You will not have to do this step. Okay? But it's just going to give it a little bit of a border. Okay? This you can stamp, you can put an image on. These are smaller circles. This is your piece for your belly band. We'll just go ahead and glue that together and let that be drying. And set that to the side with this strip. This is your belly band. But don't glue that together yet. Then you have these two pieces. So we're going to, this is for your image. If you're going to stamp, go ahead and stamp it. Then you can, that way if you miss stamp, you won't waste your scallop piece, and you can only need to cut another circle. So if you're going to stamp it before you glue it together and color it and all that good stuff. So you're not having boo-boos and then having to recut the whole thing, only the circle. But I picked the chocolate bunny to put on this one. So I'm just going to glue him down. If you're doing another image, you can just glue him on. I almost put a wiggle on this, but I thought it made the card too thick. So that choice is up to you. Make your own decision there. I have a little bow from Stampin' Up. Now, this little bunny rabbit is the chocolate bunny with the bite out of his ear in Design Space. It's called Chocolate Bunny. And it comes with a bow, but I don't cut it because I don't like the way it cuts. I like to give it some dimension. So I'm using a little bow, and that bow is from Stampin' Up. So now I have this piece. Now you want to take your other scallop and the circle that has no score in it. After you've scored it, you can just close it, and you want that tab to the back, or that fold to the back, to glue this on. You're just going to center it up. So this is on the top. Make sure it's on the top once you're glued. If flipped over, you're gluing the back of it. The fold is away from you. Don't stick it on here yet, and I will show you why. You want to close your card and get it set, because if you don't set this, guys, because mine doesn't work, I'm just going to grab a paper clip real quick. There's more than one way to skin a cat. If your magnet is properly installed, it'll stay. I'm just going to get mine to stay. This is where you want to glue this down. You want to make sure that the scallops line up, okay? And you're just going to put glue on this top half. just on the top half. And now we're just going to squish it all together and line everything up on those scallops. Just like that. Then you want to glue this in the way that you want it to sit with your bunny centered. Okay, let me flip that over so you can see. So that it looks correct. If you have this open and do it, when you do that, your bunny may be sitting this way. Okay, so make sure that you have this closed before you put this piece on. And we're just going to put glue on the back of that scallop. And I like to stand mine up to see where it's at and do my twisting and turning and getting it where I want. And then I'm just going to kind of lift them up and press that down. Use your bone folder and go up under it. And now he'll basically just stand up by himself, really. You don't have to worry about, is he going to stand up and pop up? Because after he's folded, he may not, but right now he will. And I lost my pop dots. Where did they go? And then I'm just going to use a 3D dot. Or two on the back of this piece. Oops, he got squished. Stick down there. That's okay. And now I'm going to push my little bunny up out of the way. Oop, don't put it on upside down. And we're just going to place that right there. And that's what's going to hold him after he's been squished down and everything. He's going to hold it up. Okay? It's just going to be a little stop. It's going to create your stop. And you can add some sequins or Nuvo drops around here and dress this up. Or even cut this piece out of another color that matches and give it that little extra pop of color. You can do that. So if you want to cut your figure 8 piece out of another matching coordinating color, you can do that. Because that's what this piece is on the bottom. Super, super easy. Then you're just going to fold this guy down. Fold the top over. Fold it in half. I'm going to get rid of my paper clip now. Don't need it. Then you're going to take your belly band. I think I'm going to do the solid on this. And you're going to place your card over it and give yourself about equal amounts of room on each side. It doesn't have to be exact, guys. And you're just going to bring that cardstock up. Now, I could put a score line on these guys, and it's not going to matter. Because it's at the end of the day, it's going to depend on the cardstocks you used as to where these score lines go. So if I score it, it might not be right for your card. So we're just going to do the one on that side. Then we're going to come over and do one on this side. Put a little bend in it. Make sure it's even. And then we're just going to press it down. And then our card should fit in there pretty well. Because your thickness is going to change. I could probably put the score lines for the width of the card there, but what's just a couple more seconds. Now I'm going to hold my card down and press this again just to get a general idea. Give it a little pinch on each side. And it's going to give me enough line that I can see. Just to make sure it's straight. And again, I'm going to use my bone folder on that. Same thing over here. You can see it. It gave me enough of a area. Then you're going to put it back around your card. Just like so. And we're going to put just some glue on the edge of this one. Then you're going to fold this out and put some on the edge of this one. Okay? And that's going to allow them to glue to each other without getting tons of glue everywhere. And I like to back mine off just slightly so it's not too tight. There we go. You want to make sure that you've got enough play in it. Back it off just a little bit if you need to. And then we're going to place some glue across the front and put our pretty decorative piece, whatever you've put on there, center it up and get it on there. How cute! Super easy, super simple card, guys. And then you can slide your belly band off. And you have a cute little card. Great for somebody in a nursing home or hospital too. And we're just going to pretend my magnets are working and my thick cardstock. Anybody have any questions? Hi there, Miss Sheila. Super easy card. That didn't take long at all. This is something that the kiddos can make too while they're at home, guys. While they're at home with you. These are super easy and super fun for them to put together. Oh, you're welcome, Paula. I wish it was prettier than what I've got this and laid out a little bit better. But seriously, I basically set this card up and cut it, two of them, and put one of them together between 4:30 and 6:30. I mean, I literally stopped cutting at 6 o'clock. And as always, if you guys have any questions or you get stuck, don't hesitate to come to the group and ask. We're happy to help you. Okay, does anybody have any other design space questions? We can come back over there. Any at all? Anything that you need help with? Oh, for the disc magnets. Let me pull that up and get you guys a link really quick here. Let's see. I'm gonna go in there. And we want, let me find them. Is that it? That's not it. These are point. That's the 1/8 inch thick. That's too thick. Let's see. I want to say they're 0.3. That looks like them. That's it right there. Those work. These may work too. They're 2 millimeters. That's pretty thick though. That's too thick. I'm going to give you guys a couple of options. Where were they? 0.08. There's that one. It might let you click on it there. You can get 12 for $14.99 or 20 for $6. No, I paid less than that for the ones that I got, but it's been a while. You have, there are some that is 0.08. I think there are some that 0.03. There they are, 3 mil. Or is that the ones? No, that's 3 millimeter. It's 0.03. Can I show you how to use the corner choppers? Sure. That's super easy. So guys, just here's some. These are 24 for $18.99. But they have the adhesive on them already. So that's not bad for that. Just make sure that when you're looking, that you are looking at those that are 0.08 inch thick. Is that the 2 mil? Is that the ones that we got, Jamie? I want to say that the ones that we got were 0.03. That's too thick there. That might be them. You just want to take a look. These are not on prime. Let's see. I think I found them. That looks like them. That's them right there, 0.03 inch. That's it. I got them, guys. Then they are on prime, 11.24, and you get 50 of them. That's the ones. I was fixing to say that's awfully expensive, and I know I didn't pay that for them. These are like wafer thin. You don't want to let them slap against each other because it will crack them. I'm just telling you right now, it will crack them. You want to slide them off and keep them apart from one another until you've got them on your paper. But that's the ones right there. I will add them if it will let me. I will wait until after the video, and I will put them in the description of the video down there, guys. That is the ones. From what I understand, through the COVID-19, Amazon's response, if it's in warehouse, Amazon is shipping it. If it's out of stock in the warehouse, I think they're using space for essentials only and shipping essentials only after it runs out of the warehouse. I got stuff yesterday. I got stuff the day before, so they are delivering. I think they just have that in place in case they get bogged down. I think that that's more of what that is, Andrea. So let's go overhead and let me show how to use the corner chomper, because I was going to use that on that card and forgot it, but that's okay. I'm just going to take my scrap here. I'm going to cut a couple of pieces. Show you guys how to use that. So if you have the corner chomper, the way that you use that, the camera's looking a little funky. There we go. So you have two sides, okay? And if you look at the end of it right here, it will tell you to open the guides. It has little things for you to open up these guides. They have to be open just like this, okay? And once you, I've got some paper in there. Once you have those open, then they are set for your corners. And at the top, you can see on this side right here, this side is the 1/2 inch round. This side is the 1/4 inch. When you place your paper in there, I hold mine like this so it doesn't shift. It's totally up to you, but I just hold it in there. It needs to be against these two guides in there. It needs to be in there firm. And then you just press your corner down. And the same. Now see, I didn't hold that one, and see how that corner looks different? I'm just going to put it back in there and hold it up against both guides, and I'm just going to do it again. And plus, this paper isn't square, guys, so, because I just cut it on the thing. But that's the way you do that. 1/4 inch up against your guides. See, my paper's not square, so it's not getting all the way up on that guide. That's why it's looking kind of funky. The paper has to be square, but it will round off those corners. Okay? Don't pay attention to this because it will work if your corner is absolutely square like it's supposed to be and you get it in there against the guides. Instead of letting it go, it will chomp. Oh, I'm on 1/4 inch. It will chomp them off. I usually use 1/2 inch is what I usually use. You've got the hole punch one that you don't know how to use and you've had it for a year. That is for setting your rivets, Bonnie. Like this. That's for setting rivets. The guides on the side are telling you how deep you want to go in on your cardstock. You would set that. That's what that's for. So you will set those, and then if you look, it's going to be hard to see on camera, I know. If you look, when I depress that from up here, it's going to press down. See that mechanism right there? And there's one on this side. One is bigger than the other. So you're going to put it in there. You're going to set that you want it at a 1/2 inch or an inch, wherever you want that hole to be punched in your cardstock. Okay, same on the other side. It's just a different size hole. And that's what these guides do. Okay, these guides tell you how deep in to the center of your cardstock it's going to go. So if you want it on the edge, then you're going to need to set it at the edge. Okay, if you want it deep, you're going to have to set it to go deep. All right, that's what they do. Then your eyelets go on here. Let's see. See if I have one. Oh, I bet I grabbed the wrong box. I did. So then you're going to get your eyelet. Let's get one you guys can see. And you're going to either place it into the cardstock. That's what I like to do. And then I bring that cardstock because it helps me hold it, okay? And then you're going to place it under that little rivet right there. And press it down. And it's going to flatten that out and put it on your cardstock. Excuse me, I thought I silenced my phone. My husband's calling. But I had that backwards, actually. You want this to go through the top and press it down at the bottom. There you go. And it's going to flatten that out. I don't know if you guys can see that. Just like that. Okay? That's how you set the rivets. I hope that I've got that can get this clear for you guys again. That looks pretty clear. But there are different sizes on there, Bonnie. You have to, depends on the size of your rivet. You pull this out and you turn it as to how you want that rivet opened up. Okay? That's what those little cubes do, and then you push them down and set them again. Same here. Depends on the size. This one has two sizes. No, you didn't break it. These things are pretty tough. Pretty hard to break. And then this one is my hole punch. You just need some small holes, things like that punched. How deep you want them to go into the card. This one has a little further reach than the others. Okay, did that answer your questions on the chompers and the rivet? No, thanks for put the rivets in there. What's up, Tammy? Okay, if you guys have any other questions. Oh, you put the I see what you're saying, Bonnie. Yeah. If you get stuck, just let us know. We'll be happy to walk you through it again. You want to punch your hole, put your rivet in there, put the back of your rivet to the dome. I call it the dome. And then this piece, if you're putting you can flip it over and put your rivet on there and then put your paper in and do it that way. I just prefer punching my hole, putting it in there, and then putting that in because the paper helps me hold it. Not embarrassing, Bonnie. We all had to learn. I can guarantee you when the first time I ever did a rivet on cloth, I had it all messed up. Yeah, there's another one that has a white handle. That's the is that the rectangular one, Jamie? I think it is. It has it's a square instead of rounded. It's the square chomper. Yeah, I have the crocodile, the big bad boy. This one will go through chipboard. This one is for chipboard. All your heavy stuff. You adjust how deep at the top. And you adjust your rivet setter down here at the bottom. Same way you do as the other one. And then your guide at the bottom as well. But this one is for going straight through chipboard, guys. This is the Big Papa. All right, guys. Thank you so much to my Ko-fi and Patreon supporters. Thank you all for your support last week. I know it was a tough week for everybody. We are here for you guys. Let's see. Yeah, you can get them all in several colors now. There's a pink one, there's a white one, and you have to look at the packages when you're buying them now. Yeah, flat angles. That's what I was trying to think of, Jamie. Thank you. It chops them off. It's a flat angle chomper. It's the white one. But thank you all for your support. Very much appreciated. If you guys need anything whatsoever, please don't hesitate to ask us in the group or message me if you need to. It looks scary. You're so funny, Bunny. All right, guys. On Friday, I don't know what we're gonna do on Friday yet. We may just do some design space lessons. We may make a small project. I haven't decided yet. We might do a flower. Who knows? So I will see you at 7 o'clock on Friday, guys. Go make something pretty.